Welcome back everybody to another episode of Football Manager 2016 with FC Nürnberg in the Bundesliga. This is our second season with the club and it's drawing to a close. This is the second last episode of the season and we've had the youth intake a couple of weeks ago. Some of the standout players is this guy, Volman, Dieter Volman. Not the best determination, but look at those key centre-back attributes, 11, 14, 11. Physically not the best but not weak, and at 15 years old he can only get better. The other player to have joined us is this guy, Peter Broich. He looks good. He looks like a hard tackling midfielder in the future with that high aggression and high bravery and high work rate, and also good with the ball at his feet, so hopefully he can be something good in the future. Now our team for the game, I've already selected it, is against Dortmund, obviously the game. I'll show you rundown of the fixtures here. Since our last disappointing 2-1 home loss against Darmstadt, we've gone on a brilliant run. Starting with a loss against Stuttgart, I thought problems were going to be had, and Vecino actually got, I think it's a 3-month injury, so that's right after the transfer window ended, so I couldn't terminate his loan. He got a 3-month injury or something, so that's disappointing. After that though, 3 brilliant wins: home 2-0 win against Frankfurt, away 2-1 win against Hanover, and that was actually, Hanover got a red card. Yeah, Hanover got a red card in that game, which kind of won us the game, to be honest. And a 2-1 home win against Leipzig, another great result. They just got a late consolation goal, and a 0-0 draw against Hertha Berlin in the last weekend. So this impressive run of form leaves us still in 6th, so we still have the hope of finishing the season with a European spot, however unlikely it is, and we are playing Dortmund. Should we win this game, we could move as high as 4th, but a loss today is more likely to see us over the weekend drop down a couple of positions in the table. But as I said, our team, I'll show you it now. Here we go. It's Rakowski in goal. He's just had a stubbed finger or something, but I'm going to play him either way despite his low fitness. The 4 at the back are, well, I've been rotating the second centre-back overload, Petrach getting that spot alongside John Ho, with Stojovic and Leibold on either side. I don't currently have a backup full-back because Adam Smith got an injury like 2 days ago and is out for 2 weeks. In midfield we got Eras, Behrens and Movalt, with Van der Beek and Mensah making the bench, since both Martins and Vecino are 2 creative attacking midfielders, are both injured for months on end here. That's 2 months left and that's 1 month left, so Andre Martins will be hoping to make a start soon. Ikoko's also injured, which leaves Bergstaller to that first starting spot, Tennessee on the left, Sylvester up front with Fulkreek, Gislason and Bloom on the bench alongside Hovland, Van der Beek and Mensah. So that's the team for today's game. Let's get into it. Our opposition today needs no introduction. It is Borussia Dortmund, one of the fan favourites over the last 5 years across not just Germany but all of Europe due to their run to Champions League final, and they have some good players. Everybody knows Shinji Kagawa went to Manchester United, didn't quite succeed there, but still an all-round amazing player. Babacar, a Football Manager star who often ends up at clubs like Man City and will dominate top scorer lists for years to come. Mkhitaryan, great player all round. Roos as well, Marco Roos, brilliant wingers they've got there. They've just got a squad that is so many levels above ours. It is impressive. Dortmund with the ball on his left flank, but Sylvester cuts it out. He's just outside the box. Can he get the pass off? He can. Bergstaller, edge of the box now. The ball with us at the edge of the box. Bergstaller, can he get a ball in? No, back to Eras. Back to Bergstaller. He's tackled by our Marcos. Unfortunately, we can't create a good enough chance. So 1-0 to Dortmund, 10 minutes down, and it was a nice attack by Dortmund. They just cut straight through us. Ball was played through for Babacar, who just puts it in the net. Here we see it, Riegel with the ball in the centre of our Kagawa. Kagawa just perfectly placed ball in the path of Babacar alongside the keeper. Our defence possibly should have done better, but there's nothing you can do against goals like that. 2-0, Mkhitaryan. This game is going to be a long game. Here we see it, Jorginho, ball at edge of box to Kagawa. Kagawa again instrumental in creating the chance. Mkhitaryan, brilliant first touch shot, turn and bang, 2-0 down, 13 minutes gone. Guess what? 3-0. Who'd have guessed? We're being absolutely demolished and I'm just sat here trying to figure out what on earth I can do. Here we are, Marcos, I think that's Marcos Alonso on the left flank, into Royce, Royce across goal, Rakowski saves, well done, Mkhitaryan, I mean, Leibold's just watching, ball watching as Mkhitaryan goes around him and scores. We should tell the team their performances has not been good enough. Losing 3-0, nah, I was going to tell them how great they were doing. I expect a better showing in the first half, no shit Sherlock. We have an attack, Mobile with the ball here, whips it in, Eras headers just wide of the post. I cannot believe we have had 6 shots, 3 of which on target, because I have not seen them. We have another attack, this is craziness happening here. Bergstaller with the ball at the edge of the box. It's cleared by Alvaro and Dortmund have a chance to counter. And free kick by Marco Reus, edge of the box. We've got 3 minutes left to hold on to a 3-0 loss. Never thought I'd say those words, but we've been demolished here. I cannot believe we've had 7 shots, 3 of which on target. It's been a one-way show for Dortmund. Moval, Gislason, this is about the second best attack I've seen all game. Gislason outright to Bergstaller. Bergstaller's got it on the right flank. Can he get a ball in? Can he? No, Eras out wide to Stokovic, well, he was offside. Here we have some transfer news. I've signed a few players for the January window. Joe Wildsmith being the first one, the Sheffield Wednesday goalkeeper, 21 years old, has a decent amount of potential. He's going to come in as my second choice goalkeeper for the next season. Hopefully he can push Rakowski for that first place spot while also rotating and being a solid option off the bench. He was signed end of contract free on fairly low wages. Then I've signed 5 players who are youngsters. First one being Ngobo, joins at the start of January as well. Initial fee of 375,000, so that I'm paying 100%, and if he turns out good, I'll pay them the other 375,000. But let's have a look at him, and that's why I've signed him. 17 excel. Look at those physicals. He's 17 years old with amazing physicals, good technique, dribbling, great free kick taker, determined, mentally very strong. I mean, off the ball might need improvement. Apart from that, mentally strong, and he looks like a solid player for the future. Another signing, Krikic. I think he's a fullback. Yep, the fullback from Bosnia. Another strong signing. Physically not the best, especially jumping reach and heading, but just look all round. He's good. Determination decent. Decision making good. He's an all round good player. I think. Yeah, no, that's it. Right after, so I scouted these as I was signing them, and he was on 90%, and it didn't have either of those, so I thought, he'll be a great signing, I'll get him in. And then the next scouting report, he comes up to me and tells me those two, so that was disappointing. Daniel Gonzalez, left winger, yeah, that's the one. Fast, really fast player, and decent other attributes, mentally alright. He's nothing spectacular yet, but he's only 16. Again, right after I signed him, my scout goes up to 100% and he says, oh yeah, he's injury prone, thanks, after I signed him. The last two is Buffo, again from Ghana, from Ashanti Gold, one of the top 3 Ghanaian teams. That's how I found him. He's decent, but his determination is lower than I'd like. But I've signed him on the same deal as Ngokobo, where it's initial small fee, and then should he be good, they'll get more money. But should he not, it's only a small amount of money. The final signing, and this is actually the one I'm most pleased with, is Algeier. He's a right winger, he's German, he will need to be trained on the left for the tactic I'm currently using unless I change tactics, but look at him, he's solid, 15-year-old German, good determination, good physicals. I'm not 100% about other attributes, but he looks like he's going to be a wonder kid for the future, and I'm going to get him in also in January. So Gonzalez is coming in a year and a half, Buffo is coming in half a year, and Kobo's coming in this summer, and Krikic is also coming in towards the end of this summer, and Wildsmith's obviously coming in at the end of his contract. Now, obviously today we're playing Bayern Munich, who actually won the league a couple of weeks ago. I think it was 3 weekends ago, so they're not playing for anything and have since winning the league drawn the game. So yeah, that's hopefully bodes well for us. They've played, I think, 3 games since winning the league. They won the game 3 leagues ago. They won the league 3 games ago, and since then they've beaten Wolfsburg and drawn against Augsburg. We have dropped off quite recently. Well, maybe not dropped off, but not been as amazing. Where was it? 3-0 demolition by Derby. Followed that up with a 0-0 draw against Cologne. Good to get back on, not losing, like sort of recover. Unfortunately, we then got beaten by Hoffenheim, who are our weakest opposition for that European spot, so that was quite an unfortunate loss. We then bounced back with a win against Mainz, which was very impressive, and followed that up with a draw against Borussia Mönchengladbach, one of the better teams in Germany, who have had a bad season, and we did demolish them 4-0 in the first half of the season. And most recently we beat Hamburg 1-0, which is impressive. Now the team for today's game against Bayern, we do have an injury. Füllkrug, having scored against Hamburg last weekend, got injured in the second half of the game and had to be taken off. So he's injured for this game, as is Movelt, and Behrens is suspended. However, Martins and Vecino are back from their injuries. Martins having already played a couple of games, so Martins starts. Petrac and Neraz are the defensive midfield duo. Hong Jung-Hoo not been as good as I'd hoped since signing, but has still been solid enough alongside Hovland in the centre back positions, with Stojovic and Leibold either side. Rakowski naturally maintaining that goalkeeper spot, and he has been instrumental to our success this season. Our attacking trio are Coco, Bloom and Tennessee, with Sylvester not quite sharp enough to make it to the starting lineup. And a win today could see us move up into that 6th European spot. Unfortunately, it doesn't look that likely, but should Stuttgart beat them and beat Hoffenheim and we beat Bayern, we would end up the day in that 6th spot. Unfortunately, I don't think it's likely, and it's more likely that we're going to sit here and slowly drop off those European spots, unfortunately, but we can still hope. And the strongest of strong oppositions today, we know all the players on their team. Do I need to go through them? The likes of Lewandowski up top, Alaba, Thiago, Vidal in midfield. It's such a strong side, you can see it. I'm not even going to hurt my eyes by looking at it. First attack of the game going Bayern's way. They got it on the halfway line now with Bernat. Bernat into Alaba. Alaba's controlling the pace in the middle of the park. Bernat out on the left. Bernat, will he get in the ball with those OP FM crosses? Not quite outright to Lahm. Lahm on the right flank. One of those OP crosses and Lewandowski scored. It's 4 minutes and we've already conceded. That's just... Yeah, let's see it then. And the most predictable event in all of Football Manager, a cross headed into the goal. There you go, beautiful. I mean, they're just unstoppable crosses. There's nothing I can do. Bayern with another attack, 2-0. Great. You'd think, having won the league, they'd, lay off, not attack as much. Look at that, that's a beautiful header. There's, 7 players between him. Pause that a second, let's go back. Okay, when he runs in, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players between him and a goal. And that's amazing, that's gone in. And I don't know who's on the back post. Leibold really should have done better, but I've got no excuses. We have a rear attack here. Leibold on the left flank into Bloom. Bloom into Tennessee. Chiamano Neuer. He's just lassoed it from behind him. And Lewandowski with the ball, fouled by Petrac. He's going to get a booking. Yeah, just a yellow. Phew, I thought for a second we might get a red card, but no. Just a yellow, and Thiago takes a free kick to Alaba. Alaba out wide to Bernal. Who's to say he's going to cross it? There we go, Berardi. 3-0. It's not even 20 minutes. They've had 70% of the ball, and they're already 3-0 up. Well, there goes Europe. Bernal on the left flank, crosses it in. Whenever he does, there we go, right-footed, and it's a bicycle kick. Fair play. I mean, it's a lovely goal to concede by Berardi, the youngster, but unfortunately we've conceded, being the key part. 22-year-old Italian. Fair play. So, what to do when you're losing 3-0? Well, our worst performer, Stojovic, is coming off for Adam Smith. Martins is coming off. Vecino can come back in. Now, the problem is, I've built this tactic specifically for these sorts of situations, so I've sort of got no backup plans. Damage limitation. That's a term. No. You're on support. What can I do with you? You can stay on advance forward, Mr. Tennessee. You can stay actually as inside forward. Well, how does Vecino? He does. He likes being up there. Vecino. Yeah, he can keep that position in the team. What do you want to be? No, you can stay as you are. Okay, there we go. We've got a slightly alternative team, and let's just casually put that on attacking. Hopefully we can get a goal while also being possibly defensively more secure. I'm just making stuff up at this point in time in the hope of trying to get a goal and make it less embarrassing than 3-0. When playing against a 4-man midfield, I don't think it's advised to spread your midfield out. There we go. Let's keep it like that, shall we? Bloom's got the ball on his left flank, whips it in. Coco, please say it's not offside, please say it's not offside. We've got a goal! 3-1, game on. We've got half an hour left. Coco with a goal. That was Bloom with a brilliant goal. With a brilliant assist down this left flank. Look at that, Alaba just misplaced the pass. Lam can't get there. Bloom on this left flank whips it across goal, and Coco's there. Oh boy, did he half volley that in the back of the net? He didn't respect the equipment, you could say. So my misplaced optimism and excitement has disappeared as the next 20 minutes of the game went by with absolutely no event. Isco with a free kick. Heraz clears to Smith. Adam Smith on this flank. Coco's got plenty of space. Can he whip in another cross? One of those famous FM crosses back to Smith. Across the pitch to Petrach. Petrach close their half. Bloom, can he get another assist? Well, that was just disappointing, but everybody involved, Tennessee, Bloom, everybody just miscommunication. Oh, Smith with a lovely tackle. He's going to start next game just because of his poor performance in the second half of this game since being put on. And Bloom, we've scored! 3-2, get in. Bloom, it is an incredible goal. Another flank. They've been outwitted by the counter-attack. Look at that. Tennessee just whips it in, and Bloom with the pace to get there. Run from the halfway line he has, and it's a beautiful shot. Manuel Neuer can't keep it out, and we're back in this. 10 more minutes to go. I'm going to tell the team passionately to get creative, get behind this. Come on, it's the tactical change, I say. Look at that new, just dropping one of the wingers back to make a more defensive shape. I might actually put that as a backup option against better teams, saying that we're about to concede. Oh no, Bloom, we did. Now that is just, I mean, did you guys see that? I mean, what just happened? Did Bloom just do that assist? Let's check this out. Berardi, Bloom. Oh, that is just a beautiful through ball. I mean, he's on my team, but that is a through ball to be proud of. That sort of swipe of the leg across, cutting the defence apart, and all our hopes of coming back into this game are dashed. I mean, Bloom's had an assist, a goal, and a own assist. The only thing he's missing from his resume is, well, an own goal at this point, or possibly a card. Hovland, well, I mean, there's nobody there, Hovland, apart from Isco, and even he had to run to get it. Muller to Alaba out wide left to Bernard, who's going to cross it in. Please, come on, it's game over. Yeah, that's it, game over, full time, 4-2. Not as bad as the first half. The second half was a great improvement. In fact, technically we won the second half, so if it truly is a game of two halves, we won one of the halves, so we can take that. They did give everything they had. I mean, apart from some poor performers on the pitch today, I am very pleased with certain members. Danny Bloom, apart from that brilliant assist for an own goal, had a great game, and yeah, I'm not overly displeased with the performance. With Hoffenheim having lost their game, it leaves us still with a chance of European contention. So what I will do in the next episode, there's 3 games left this season, I will play them all, unless of course if we lose the first 2 and we're no longer able to qualify for Europe, I won't bother with the third one. But yeah, the next episode will be until we can't or can qualify for Europe, those 3 games against Augsburg, Wolfsburg and Schalke. I hope you've enjoyed this episode so far. Give it a like, tell me what you think about it, tell me if you've done something similar. Thank you for watching, goodbye.